set our intentions, set our self-care, and find our focus. This is Mindful Mondays with Saharah Ali on KBLA Talk 1580.
And it is always so lovely to start our week with a meditation instructor, a yoga teacher, sound bath specialist, sound healer, astrologer, and life coach. I'm forgetting at least 5 different things she does. Saharah Ali, good morning.
Good morning, Dominique, and good morning, KBLA family. Welcome to Mindful Mondays, where we get our minds right for the week by setting positive intentions, honoring our mind and body through meditation, prayer, and affirmation as we step unapologetically into our week, being on purpose with our faith, truth, wisdom, and power. Today, I'd like to unpack this week's new moon in Taurus, which happens yesterday, encouraging staying grounded amidst all this change that is around us. All new moons are portholes enhanced by universal laws, urging new phases of possibility. It's like starting, a fresh start every month. It aids us to plant seeds, manifesting dreams, feeding our soul, and nourishing our desires. Yesterday's new moon was exalted, or is exalted because we're still having it in Taurus, yielding pure emotional management with clarity to stop agonizing over being disempowered in the name of love, family, friends, or fears, or whatever disempowers you. This lunar cycle supports us in embracing new possibilities of magic and big change. We gain progress through self-love, moving towards evolution, restoring faith in our power to actualize truth and wholeness and happiness. The new Taurus moon call to action encourages taking proactive steps and being present to rebuild foundations based on truth and self-reliance. It's urging us to follow inner guidance, allowing solutions to unfold organically, appreciating peace and joy, and opening the space for our wholeness. It opens infinite possibilities, expanding all things in our lives. So be ready for this whole new groundbreaking new moon energy unfolding in front of your eyes. It's just because it's material. It is about substance. It is about our courage to embrace our wholeness. So going forward today with our Mindful Monday meditation, let's unapologetically lean into nourishing our minds, nourishing our bodies, our soul, and spirit. Also deepening our roots, trusting infinite possibilities. It's so important to lean into that right now. So close your eyes and take a deep breath. Deepest breath. And now exhale, centering your thoughts and focus on relaxation. Allow yourself to focus on relaxation. Just breathe and let go, feeling peaceful and undisturbed and comfortable just for this moment, carving out time for yourself. Breathe, release, relax, and let go. Uncross your arms, uncross your legs, and surrender your body. Surrender your body and your mind to your breath. Breathe freely, letting go, connecting to the world behind your eyes for clarity and truth. Take this moment to slow down, slow your breath, and as you inhale, say, I allow myself to relax. I allow myself to relax, opening to divine guidance. And as you exhale, say to yourself, I let go, trusting the divine to unfold my highest good here and now. I let go, trusting the divine to unfold my highest good here and now. And now just breathe. Breathe, focusing on your breath as it moves in and out of your body, bringing clarity and relaxation. With each inhalation, allow yourself to trust the divine. And with each exhalation, focus on releasing and letting go. Releasing all resistance, all expectations, and being here and now. Connecting to your breath, embracing divine self-love in this moment. Allowing yourself to relax, allowing yourself to release, and allow yourself to let go of emotional oppositions to manifest your highest good. So just relax and breathe. And as you breathe, slowly nourish your soul. Nourish your mind. Nourish your body and your spirit, deepening your roots to trust infinite possibility. Breathe and open yourself. Open yourself to letting go and feeling completely relaxed. Connecting to the world behind your eyes, aligning yourself to your highest good, releasing resistance and expectations, letting go and being here now, connecting with your breath, allowing yourself to receive divine guidance, allowing yourself to deepen your connection to your roots, trusting infinite possibility. Allow yourself to feel that. In each breath, connect to infinite possibility, your wholeness, your happiness, your joy, your peace of mind. Breathe it in and know that it is there for you. And the magic in the world behind your eyes is always there to guide you, to connect you to the divinity within you. Relax and breathe and listen. Listen to your heart. Listen for divine guidance. Allow yourself to find peace. And as you sit in this moment of peace, make it safe for you to embrace change. Make it safe for you to connect to the wholeness within you. Make it safe for you to let go, to breathe, to let go, to feel relaxed, to feel anchored, and to feel grounded. Sit with that. Sit with your wholeness. Sit with your light. And just breathe. Connecting yourself, feeling anchored and grounded, releasing all resistance, focusing on your breath as it moves in and out of your body, bringing clarity and relaxation, centering your thoughts and focusing on breathing and letting go. And feel yourself grounded and anchored, taking a big, big breath, the biggest breath you've had all morning. And as you exhale, slowly begin to bring your awareness back to present time, ready to trust divine right action, supported by our Mindful Monday affirmation. So keeping your eyes closed and keep breathing and just listen. Listen kindly to yourself with love and compassion. Listen to our Mindful Monday affirmation. Today I restore my faith, embracing change, allowing new possibilities to unfold with grace and ease. Breathe, relax, bring it in. Let your soul connect to it. Today I restore my faith, embracing change, allowing new possibilities to unfold with grace and ease. Sit with that. Sit with opening yourself to allow new possibilities to unfold. Allowing yourself grace and ease as you process the wholeness within you. And now take a big breath. Check in with your body. Check in with your mind. Bringing your awareness back, connecting to your breath, and aligning with our Mindful Monday affirmation for the week. Today I restore my faith, embracing change, allowing new possibilities to unfold with grace and ease. Connect to that, grace and ease. Thank yourself for taking this time to connect to the world behind your eyes. Thank yourself for embracing our affirmation for the week. And I thank Dominique, Tavis Smiley, and Miles and the 1580 KBLA family as you bring your awareness back, grounding yourself, slowly opening your eyes. I wish you a mindful, blessed week, nourishing your mind and body and soul and spirit, restoring faith, embracing change, allowing new possibilities to unfold with grace and ease.
Oh, thank you for that so much, Saharah. Of course, as usual, we're always I'm always watching the clock, but I wanted to ask you, this is the end of the retrograde, retroshade period, right? We're back to, I don't want to say business as usual, but Mercury direct at least.
Yeah, it's straight ahead. Everything is straight ahead. There's nothing retrograde. Everything is straight ahead. And we're moving into Taurus season, which is about reassessing our values, reframing our self-worth, but also because it's about the heart, it's about our family, it's about the values we carry. So it's real important to think about and knowing what you value gets done. And so this is a time to allow yourself to release what's no longer nourishing your mind or your body or your spirit, and to allow yourself to restore faith in the possibility of change, the possibility of releasing and letting go and seeing something new. You know, I went to Altadena yesterday, and it was really interesting to see how some houses are still the way they were day one of the fire, and some people have already started to rebuild, and some pieces of the land has been cleared. And I go up there, you know, once a month or so, and to pray and to send light and to bring grace and to bless all those souls who've taken that journey of loss, but not to look at it as loss, but to look at it as a rebirth, a revitalization, and bringing light to all the souls that have endured that trauma, but to know the strength of who we are as a people and who we are as a collective, and know that change is necessary, change on all levels. And when we refuse to change, Mother Nature will support us in our change. And when it's a call to action to change, the universe will manifest it in various ways. It could be with grace, it could be with ease, it could be with force, it could be with death, which brings transformation. So it's so important for us to get in alignment with the reality that exists around us, but also know the power we possess to be in charge of the unfoldment of our life with grace and ease and infinite possibilities, because prayer is so important. Faith is so important. Self-love is important. And if we don't stand for who we are in our light and our wisdom, then we suffer. So let's stop the suffering and pick up our power.
Saharah Ali, thank you so much. What a great message to start our week with. If you want to find out where she's at, teaching yoga or sound bath, I suggest getting there half an hour early. You can go to SaharahAli.com, SaharahAli.com, or if you want an appointment for some life coaching, maybe some sound healing, you can call her assistant Elise at 213-628-9783, 213-628-9783. Phone lines are wide open. If you got something to say, push back, need some fellowship or some freestyling, it's all available to you at 800-920-1580. We are unapologetically outspoken, unapologetically accessible, unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
You really about to do it?
40 acres and a mule. This is bigger than the music.
You really about to do it?
Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence.
Who among us doesn't like black music? But Kendrick is right. This moment is so much bigger than music. These are serious times. We've got serious problems, and we need serious people who understand that slogans are not solutions. When you want substantial and sober analysis about things that matter to you and the ones you love, this is where you turn. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we've got your black.
Another checkup? Why are so many people getting new puppies?
Dr. Kim's veterinary office is littered with cuteness.
We are booked solid for weeks, but who can say no to a puppy, right? Oh, who's your good boy? Oh, who's your? Oh,
She needs to find extra vet techs to get those pups some extra love.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, candidates can find it easier, so you can hire easier. Redeem your $75 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
The Comedy Connection series featuring KBLA's Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, and the alpha male of comedy, Ray Grady. We're going to transform relationship disasters into stand-up material live at Inglewood's Miracle Theater on May 31st at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My clinical team will disclose all of your dating woes, while the alpha male of comedy, Ray Grady, has hand-selected, supremely talented comedians to roast all of our tragic relationship choices. I dare you to bring your ex's phone number, because Ray, he's going to text it live, and the crowd will be sourcing emojis. Tickets are moving swiftly, so don't hesitate to grab yours at themiracleinglewood.com before I diagnose your dating history as a pre-existing condition.
The conversation continues right now with Dominique DiPrima on First Things First.
Right now. And let us not forget, it's a Black Marriage Monday. I'm so looking forward to our next hour. We're going to be talking about relationships. We do this intentionally, so we just don't neglect the personal in pursuit of the political. So it's always the final Monday of the month. And comedian Ron G will be here along with his wife, Mrs. Ron G. They have a relationship podcast that they do together, so that should be amazing. Looking forward to it. Meanwhile, though, it's the perfect time to call me at 800-920-1580. 800-920-1580. What's important? What's of interest? There, as usual, there's a lot of stuff going on that has captured people's attention. And it's about sorting out what we find of interest and import. South Africa stepping up, saying they're going to defend their sovereignty. The chair of the African National Congress says pointedly in front of his governing body that we're a free country, we're a sovereign country, we are not a province of the United States, and our sovereignty will be defended. He said that Sunday. And this is, of course, in response to Donald Trump, who has targeted South Africa because of their expropriation law. He signed an executive order in February saying that that the government could seize ethnic minority Afrikaners' agricultural property. That's actually true technically, but it hasn't been done, and it can only be done under very specific circumstances. And meanwhile, in the aftermath of an apartheid government, the white Afrikaners still control and own most of the land, most of the resources. So this is Elon Musk whispering in Trump's ear. And of course, he famously invited those white farmers to come as refugees to the United States. This is a speech he made at Freedom Day, South Africa Freedom Day, I guess was Sunday. But the crazy thing, this is something that I got out of this story that I did not know, is that there's a town called Orania, which was founded by white Afrikaners, these Dutch, that's what they're called, Afrikaners. They're Dutch white people that own most of South Africa and who enforce that apartheid racist system. They founded a town for white people only at the end of apartheid, and it's still white people only. And not only that, this is the part I did not know, they visited the U.S. last month to ask Trump to recognize them as an autonomous region. This tiny all-white town in the middle of black majority black governed but not black owned South Africa, they want to be recognized as an autonomous state by the U.S. as an all-white town. That's insanity. So now the South African ambassador, of course, Trump kicked him out because he accused Trump of dog whistle politics, which is actually true. But now the government is calling on black people to go and build and move to Orania. I don't know if that's going to happen, because would you? Just really crazy stuff in global white supremacist news that, I think the mainstream is not talking about. Speaking of what the mainstream is not talking about, this guy Brendan Carr, who is the head of the FCC now under Trump, this is a guy who's walking around with one of those golden Trump lapel pins, which is like a Trump head of his face. He's walking around with that on his lapel. He's going after, now, this is a new phase of the aggression against the media, right? We've seen Trump suing them and getting them to acquiesce to these multi-million-dollar, basically, payoffs of Trump or his administration. Now what they're doing is they're saying that the media is biased, and they're going after them for biased coverage. This is very, very ominous. For many reasons. First of all, it amounts to government censorship of media directly. It's very much like state-controlled media, which is a sign of totalitarianism. Not if, this guy Carr is also trying to defund PBS and National Public Radio. And now he's saying that because NBC has MSNBC, which they claim is left-leaning, if that's the left, where's the center? Anyway, they're talking about revoking their licenses based on the fact of he doesn't approve of the content. So this Carr guy, who is a Republican who used to try to act sort of nonpartisan, he's now gone full MAGA, and he wants to take away CBS and NBC. We're talking mainstream media here, and ABC, who are already ponying up millions to Trump in bribes, like legal bribes. Now he wants to go after them based on their content, which is next level crazy, right? And one of the things that makes it next level crazy is that, remember, this is the same guy who wrote the chapter in Project 2025 on media. This is that guy. He's now running the Federal Communications Commission. He says that the major networks have extreme liberal bias. I beg to differ. I think their bias is a conservative one, a centrist conservative one. He says, and this is his justification, he claims that the public trust in national news has gone down, and he blames what he's calling liberal outlets. But Fox News, Newsmax, OAN, they get a pass. That's not biased news. So how do you justify that? Well, they don't. They consider OAN and Breitbart to be the default, and they're going after the MSNBCs. If this is not authoritarianism, fascism, I just don't know what is. I don't know why more folks are not noticing this. The fact that now we've moved on from threatening you with lawsuits, which is what Trump was doing, to having the head of the Federal Communications Commission, which is meant to be a bipartisan agency. There's three members of the party, whoever is the president, and two of the other party. They're meant to keep fairness. They're meant to deal with ownership. They're meant to dispense licenses. Well, they're mad because they don't like the way the press is covering this Kilmar Abrego Garcia case. And so now they're threatening folks' licenses. That's next level. Keep your eye on KBLA. It's the perfect time to call me. 800-920-1580. I'm Dominique DiPrima, And we are KBLA Talk 1580.
Say the quiet part out loud. KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Bree Wood with 4 Things You Should Know with BIN News. Police are searching for a suspect in a shooting at HBCU Elizabeth City State University in North Carolina that left 1 dead and 6 injured early Sunday. A 24-year-old non-student male was killed and 3 students were among the injured. The campus was locked down after the incident. The U.S. and Iran will resume nuclear talks next Saturday after a positive 3rd round in Oman. U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff and Iran's foreign minister led the discussions. 3 people died in a plane crash in East Tennessee. The single-engine aircraft crashed while descending to land at Upper Cumberland Regional Airport. Communications were lost shortly before the crash. An investigation is underway. And members of the Philadelphia Eagles will visit the White House today. Running back Saquon Barkley met with President Trump on Sunday. The Eagles didn't visit after their 2018 win, but are honored to visit after beating the Kansas City Chiefs this year. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Lakers are in trouble. They need to beat Minnesota 3 straight times to avoid elimination in the NBA playoffs. The Lakers are down 3-1 after losing at Minnesota Sunday, 116-113. Lakers coach J.J. Redick confirmed that he does not have confidence in his bench, which was outscored Sunday 25-6. Redick played LeBron, Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and Dorian Finney-Smith the entire second half. The group might have worn down in the 4th quarter. The Lakers were outscored 32-19 in the quarter and made only 5 of 18 shots. LeBron and Doncic were combined 1 for 8 and 0 for 3 on 3-pointers. LeBron still had a strong game with 27 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, and 3 block shots. Doncic had 38 points and Hachimura dropped 23, but that wasn't enough. A must-win Game 5 for the Lakers is Wednesday in L.A. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio that's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
We asked seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well-trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 855-613-7080.
KBLA Talk 1580 and the California Black Chamber of Commerce invite you to the Small Business Development Workshop, How to Do Business with California Government, on Thursday, May 15th at Victory Park in Pasadena, 2575 Paloma Street. Get certified and register as a new bidder. Sell products and services to the state. Learn about pre-bid events and more, and it's all free. All you have to do is sign up at www.calbcc.org. That's www.calbcc.org. Registration for the Small Business Development Workshop, How to Do Business with California Government, begins at 9 a.m. and the workshop concludes at 1 p.m. on Thursday, May 15th at Victory Park in Pasadena, 2575 Paloma Street. This is a community call to action from the California Black Chamber of Commerce and KBLA Talk 1580.
After producing an award-winning climate justice campaign in 2024, KBLA Talk 1580 has gone all in on its 2025 Climate Justice plus Black Health Initiative. April is Minority Health Month, and Urban Family Focus in partnership with Providence Health Systems presents The Heart of the Matter. Providence doctors and health equity officers will participate in informative and life-changing conversations on hypertension, health equity, behavioral health, and community engagement. Don't miss these empowering conversations on Urban Family Focus every Saturday in April at 7 and Sunday at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sponsored by Providence, Southern California's largest and most comprehensive health care network. We've got a lot to talk about on KBLA Talk 1580. Download the KBLA 1580 app or log in to KBLA1580.com. I'm Reverend Gerald, the life coach. On KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Heard any other talk radio lately that sounds anything like this? We didn't think so. You're listening to Unapologetically Progressive, KBLA Talk 1580.
You are, and we're glad that you are. And this is the number if you want to talk while you listen, 800-920-1580, 800-920-1580. I was just catching us up on a few stories. Over 100 immigrants were arrested in a raid on a underground nightclub in Colorado. Apparently there were Army members working there as security. And also the other big story over the weekend, a couple of U.S. citizens, actually I believe it was 3, that were deported. These are children, babies, whose mamas were here undocumented. And so the Trump administration took them. There's a 4-year-old with stage 4 cancer, a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old. They have been deported. So this is creating a controversy. The Trump administration's denying they were deported because it says they had no choice. They're just sending them out with the mothers. But at least one of the babies has a father who is here legally, apparently, reportedly, who wanted the kid to stay here. So that's messy and terrible. And also, why are you deporting a baby or any person, citizen or not, with no due process? That is a problem. We got some folks on these phones. Let's go to Jeanette calling us from Inglewood. Good morning, Jeanette. Jeanette, you with me? You got to turn the radio down, and you know the deal. Maybe Jeanette is otherwise occupied because it doesn't sound like she's paying attention. Let's go to Carl.
No.
Oh, okay. What?
It just clicked over. I heard everything you were saying.
All right, you're on the radio right now, so let's go.
Okay. Okay. So I just wanted to share about 3 things, if that's okay, because so much has been happening. And the last 2 are short things. But I just really wanted to quote attorney Lindsay Halligan about removing Black resistance artifacts from the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
It says that we don't need to overemphasize the negative to teach people that certain aspects of our nation's history have been bad. That overemphasis just makes us grow further and further apart. So what I wanted to say about that is, how about if we just teach and overemphasize how white women and men were treated in the United States in the 1700s up until the 1960s, because with the women, they couldn't own property until the mid-1800s. And when they got married, everything that they owned, whether land, money, or even their clothes, belonged to their husbands.
But they're erasing that history too, Jeanette. I don't think this administration wants that history either. That goes under DEI/feminism/ I don't think.
Okay, well,
it's a great idea, but I don't think it's going to fly. It's not going to stop these folks.
Well, you know what? You're right about that. But they said anything about men?
I'm sorry.
Because
have they said anything about what?
About white men and the struggles that they have. Because the question is, what are they going to teach? What are they going to teach in school?
They're going to teach. They're going to teach what they used to teach before we protested for ethnic studies. They're going to teach white history. They're going to teach European history, that white people invented everything good, that white people made up civilization. They're going to erase Africa. They're going to erase the Mayans. They're going to erase the contributions of the Aztecs. And they're going to try. They're not going to succeed. But I believe that's the plan. I'm not doom and gloom because I think we win. It might be a hard battle, but I believe we win this one.
Well, my thinking was, it's like, if you can't teach about anybody else, teach about the white men. And the reason why I'm saying that is this. It goes to my second point. I think that what we, the American people, should continue to do is talk about the class war that we're having.
Yeah.
And maybe we can do like Paul Revere, his example of the regulars are coming. The regulars are coming. And what we could do is we could shout that the rich white billionaires from South Africa are coming and they're destroying our lives. That's a long thing to say.
Well, I kind of think that's what Bernie and AOC are doing. I mean, isn't that what the Stop Oligarchy tour is all about? That is drawing tens of thousands of people with Bernie. I think you're on the same page as Bernie and AOC. What was your third one?
My last one is, instead of offering $5,000 to women to have children, we should have the billionaires impregnate 12 pure white women every 2 years so that they can have their babies and then they can keep, their race.
What is a pure white woman? What is a pure white woman, Jeanette?
But see, whatever they think she is.
What
because
is it? Because there ain't no such thing, right? Because they're all descended from the black woman. So
I know.
Ain't no such thing. That's anti-scientific. But okay, pure white woman. Is it Paris Hilton? Is it Marjorie Taylor Greene? Is it?
Yeah.
What's a pure white woman? Is it Kim K? Oh wait, no, she's blackfishing, so it can't be that. Like booty too big. Like what is a pure white woman? I don't believe in that. But I feel you. So and believe it or not, there's more than 12 billionaires. But look, the $5,000 is BS anyway. They're defunding Head Start. They're taking away the things that, libraries and school books and things that support the actual children growing up to be successful human adults. So just telling people to have more kids while you take away Head Start, which is, by the way, not just school, but also food and prenatal support to make sure those babies are healthy and et cetera, et cetera. That's just... To your point, it's not just white people. They want the rich white people to thrive. More rich white babies is really the call. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Dominique.
Thank you for always thinking of solutions, Jeanette. I love that. And B. Bell says, not to mention locking up judges, which is a really good point. Morris Phillips says, Dominique, can we do an interview with Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso? I love the way you guys think I can just point my finger and get any person in the world in here. Of course, I would love to interview him. There are many people. You would be amazed how many people turn us down or don't even get back to us. Everybody got a podcast now. Everybody wants my job, Miles. Everybody wants my job. Benjamin, everybody wants my job, your job. So, we have a lot of competition, but we still do the doggone thing. And yes, I would love to have him. I certainly will try to get Mr. Traoré. I'm not going to Burkina Faso this year, but they do have Zoom. We are going to West Africa though, so maybe we'll get a chance to meet someone who would know someone who could connect us with that conversation. Let's go to Andre calling us from L.A. Good morning.
Good morning, Grand Risings, Dominique. Wow. I've been just sitting here trying to digest all that's been said this morning. It's been overwhelming.
Sorry.
And I think you have the magic to get anyone in the world, Dominique.
I think we should, because our KBLA delegation deserves it.
That's right. I'm just trying to digest what's been said here this morning about South Africa, the thought of Orania. It doesn't surprise me because you and I've been there, to South Africa, so it doesn't surprise me about the land ownership. And I was very disappointed in that. I wanted to say a few words about attack on freedom of speech with PBS, NPR, and MSNBC. But I know I'm running out of time.
No, you're good. You're good. Take a deep breath. Say what you got to say.
Good. I'm talking fast. I can relax. Thank you.
Yes.
I just want to say just thanks for bringing these up. I just love this program because I learned so much. Just when I thought that the world was crazy, it's just so absurd what's going on. And the way you explained it and laid it out was so understandable. You know, it's unbelievable what's going on in terms of the newsreel. And how you keep up with it all, Dominique, I do not know. But I trust you to deliver the message. Your voice is so needed now, Dominique, in KBLA. So thank you for all you do. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you for supporting us and helping to spread the word. And I do my best. I can't keep up with everything, but I really do my best because I feel like it's the least I can do. And I want to keep saying to us that I believe we win this one. By this one, I don't mean one battle. I mean the war. Right? And I don't think it's going to be easy, Andre, but I think we are going to prevail.
I believe it too. It seems like all the odds and obstacles are there, and we're deep in the throes, as you said, of an oligarchy, the rise of authoritarianism, neo-fascism, and it looks unsurmountable at this point. But I too believe in what you just said. The resistance is growing, so it's not over yet. You know, it's not over yet. So there's still some fight in this game. So I don't know the strategy exactly, but I do believe that we will win.
Yes, my main strategy, I mean, there's been a lot of talk and complaining, fair complaining about how the Dems don't have a strategy, but I believe the people have a strategy, which is we don't give up.
Mm-hmm.
We keep coming.
That's
and
right.
I don't even think most of those MAGA people really want authoritarianism. Like when they really understand what fascism and dictatorship looks like, I don't think most Americans want that. I really don't, Republican or Democrat. And that's where we win. We're going to win.
That's right. That's right. I see signs of it now with the Republicans not being able to even have town hall meetings in their own district.
Exactly. Oh, this is what you meant by make America great? Fire us from our jobs, get rid of health care, end subsidies to farmers, put judges in jail. This is making America great. Throw people in prison in El Salvador with no due process. This is the greatness you were referring to. I don't think most Americans want that. If you look at the polling, Trump's approval ratings are way down. And from what I understand, they're the worst for a sitting president in a newly elected president in 7 decades. And he's losing ground on immigration, which is his strongest issue. And I think it's because they're overreaching. They think they can get away with anything. And now they're selling Trump 2028 hats. Please.
Well, no, that's good. Reality setting in. I knew the honeymoon would be over and reality would hit him. I didn't think it would hit him so fast before, 100 days in office?
Yeah. Not only hitting them fast, hitting them hard, but they've been going fast. They've been doing, the Silicon Valley tech bro mantra, which is move fast and break things. They've been doing it, and people don't like it.
That's right. Very quickly, on a positive note, the main reason I call, though, is because I'm very excited about the month of May, Dominique.
Yeah.
When we're approaching 100 centennial celebration of the birthday of Minister Malcolm X. And I'm excited about what we're doing here in Los Angeles. Cities across the country and all over the world, actually, are celebrating this milestone year. And we're doing something really fantastic here in Los Angeles. To that effect, on Saturday, May the 3rd, from 10 to 1, we're having our 3rd annual Malcolm X Human Rights Breakfast at Afro City at the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Plaza. And this is to benefit the family organization, See a Man, Be a Man program.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll probably have Brendan on. So thanks for giving that shout out. And it's going to be interesting. Hold on. It's going to be interesting to see how this administration embraces or doesn't embrace the 100-year solar return of Malcolm X, Haj Malik al-Shabazz.
Yes. And secondly, I want to say this. This is the festival that I'm sort of coordinating with Tori. On May the 17th, there's going to be double event from 9 to 12. We're going to have a series of unveilings of a welcome to on Crenshaw Boulevard, stating "Welcome to the Malcolm X Corridor."
Yeah,
and there's going to be signs, a press release, a kickoff at 9 o'clock at Crenshaw Obama, at 10 o'clock at Crenshaw Martin Luther King. We will have a sign on that corner, right on Freedom Square, combining the names of Malcolm with MLK at 10, and then at 11 we're going to proceed to Crenshaw and Florence. And,
right, like I said, I'm sure we'll do a thorough deep dive on that. And for those not in LA, you can look and see, this is typically our national hour. You can look and see what's happening in your community, as I'm sure there are centennial celebrations for Malcolm X throughout the country.
I have a list of them, and I want to say that we're looking for volunteers. Can I give you a number to call?
Real quick here. And,
from 12 until 6
that's
at
what our
Park Village, you can call me, Umsunga and Andre, at 323-788-7111. We need volunteers, Dominique.
Okay. We need advertisers. So if you want to advertise, you can always call our sales department. But again, if you want to volunteer for the Malcolm X festivities, 323-788-7111 is the number. And I'm sure that we'll have more information on this in the days and weeks ahead. Of course, Malcolm X's birthday is the 19th of May. So excited for all of the celebrations, not just here where we broadcast from in LA, but I'd imagine they're also going to be globally as well as nationally. Andre called me at 800-920-1580, and you can do the same. I'm Dominique DiPrima, and you're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Autopsy Initiative provides a second autopsy free of charge for victims' families who have lost their loved ones due to a police-related death. The services offered through the initiative include the completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and a final autopsy report. A police-related death is when an individual is harmed by police officers using deadly force, which results in an individual's death. Police-related death includes in-custody deaths, including those that arise during contact with law enforcement officers during arrest, pursuit, booking, transport, or incarceration. The Autopsy Initiative has a team of board-certified pathologists on call. An autopsy request may be completed by anyone with a close relationship with the victim, which may include the victim's spouse, partner, relative, close friend, or lawyer. To request a free second autopsy for a victim of police violence, please visit knowyourrightscamp.com. That's knowyourrightscamp.com. Then click on Autopsy, then click on Request. At KBLA, we believe in justice for victims of police violence. We say their names, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee future outcomes.
Founded in Los Angeles in 1986, litigation powerhouse Quinn Emanuel has deep roots in the Los Angeles community. Since 2007, we have litigated some of the largest fires on the West Coast. We are proud to be the only AmLaw 100 firm in the country to represent wildfire victims, giving affected individuals, families, and businesses the same focus and individualized attention we devote to our Fortune 500 clients. BTI Consulting has repeatedly recognized Quinn Emanuel as among the 4 law firms in-house counsel least like to oppose in any litigation, and we are often deemed the most feared. And after securing over $80 billion for our clients in various matters firm-wide, we understand why. If you have been affected by the recent wildfires in Altadena and the Palisades and would like to discuss your situation further, please contact wildfire support at QuinnEmanuel.com or call us at 213-443-3050. Quinn Emanuel is proud to sponsor Conversation Live Altadena Rising with James Farr on KBLA Talk 1580.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee future outcomes.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
This is KBLA Talk 1580, where hate loses and love wins.
Yes, indeed. And I'm happy to report that after trying to downplay Ryan Coogler and the Sinner's success last weekend, Variety and other entertainment journals are now giving them their flowers. Sinner's got $45 million in its second weekend, which is amazing because usually, especially horror films, they drop off after their first weekend. They made $48 million their first weekend, $45 million their second weekend. The buzz on this film, I haven't seen it yet. I wanted to go this weekend. Maybe I'll go in the middle of the day right now when I get off the air. But it's the fact that it hasn't dropped off is huge. It's made $122.5 million in North America, $161.6 million globally so far. They had a $90 million production budget. So last weekend, all the entertainment journals were saying, well, he made $48 million. Even the New York Times said this. But they spent $90 million on the production, so they're not going to make it back, blah, blah, blah. And Coogler and others were understandably annoyed with this because how do you know? And they've already proven them wrong in one weekend, okay? 161.6 and counting. And the reviews are glowing. My colleague Dr. Melina Abdullah, who hosts This Is Not a Drill on Saturday mornings, says it might be the best movie she's ever seen. That's high praise right there. I don't know. I hope the hype lives up to the hype, but I know that Ryan Coogler's got a great track record, and I was honored to see that Coogler gave, according to Delroy Lindo, gave my dad's book Blues People to Delroy Lindo to help him prepare for the film, which is really dope. I love that so much. Okay, let's go to Carl from LA. Hi, Carl.
Hey, Dominique, what's going on with you? Hey, look, I would like to see Dr. Gerald Horn, and Momia Jamal out of Philadelphia, PA. Both of them put a book together and titled it Thoughts of the People. Both of their thoughts and opinions would be a good title for it. Hey, but look, I see that Mayor Bass had the city cleaning up over the weekend. Why don't she take control of her street maintenance team? I mean, they got city yards all over Los Angeles. I worked at 3 of them, one on Manchester and Figueroa, one on Slauson and Wilton, and another one across town. And those city yards are still there. Why don't she take control of the city yards and bring back street maintenance and hire some black men and black women to take charge of the street maintenance?
I'm not sure if you're tracking it, Carl, but we have a massive budget crisis right now in the city of Los Angeles. $1 billion come up, $1 billion short. They're talking about layoffs. I don't know that they're going to happen. The mayor was in Sacramento last week trying to get money from the governor, which they should give us because we support all these red counties all the time. But, I doubt she's going to be expanding anything and offering a lot of jobs to anybody right now because we're in a budget crisis.
I didn't know that she was on the board of LASA, commissioned the board over there with LASA.
Every mayor is. Every mayor is.
She got up.
Yeah, every mayor
She's got all those city housing vouchers out there, emergency housing vouchers, since they moved everybody out of Echo Park 4 or 5 years ago. When are they going to turn them into regular Section 8 housing vouchers? I know they in downtown Los Angeles this morning lining up to speak because the line last week, it was so long. It was over 200 people out there trying to get in there to speak.
Yeah, well, I don't know the answer to that. That's county and city. It's both because LASA was a joint agency. Now that the county has defunded LASA, we don't know how that's going to go down. They're starting their own agency. It seems like chaos. Let's squeeze in Jason calling us from Chicago real quick. Jason from Chicago. Oh, Benjamin, can you answer the phone? Yeah, we got some homemade stuff going on around here today. Jason calling us from Chicago. Good morning. Or not. Okay, so we'll sorry, Jason, I tried. I was trying to squeeze you in before we ran out of money here. Out of time, out of money. Can we get Jason on? Is he still there, Jason? You got just 40 seconds because we're having some technical difficulties this morning. Hello?
Sure. Yeah.
You're on the air real quick, if you would, because we're almost out of time here.
Blues People the book by your father, according to Alfred Reich, and a book called Hot Books in the Cold War, was one of many titles that was included in a CIA program of political warfare.
Yeah, well, my dad was very definitely a target of the COINTELPRO program, yeah.
Yeah, this was actually his book being promoted. It was a anti-communist book distribution program. So you can check out that book.
Yeah, I have the book. My father wrote it. I seriously doubt it was used as a tool against communism, since my dad was a communist. But thank you for sharing that. Blues People by Amiri Baraka, a.k.a. Leroy Jones. He wasn't one when he wrote that, but he became one later in life. Okay, it's time for Black Marriage Monday. I hope you'll call me again, Jason. KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with 4 Things You Should Know with BIN News. Police are searching for a suspect in a shooting at HBCU Elizabeth City State University in North Carolina that left 1 dead and 6 injured early Sunday. A 24-year-old non-student male was killed and 3 students were among the injured. The campus was locked down after the incident. The U.S. and Iran will resume nuclear talks next Saturday after a positive 3rd round in Oman. U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff and Iran's foreign minister led the discussions. 3 people died in a plane crash in East Tennessee. The single-engine aircraft crashed while descending to land at Upper Cumberland Regional Airport. Communications were lost shortly before the crash. An investigation is underway. And members of the Philadelphia Eagles will visit the White House today. Running back Saquon Barkley met with President Trump on Sunday. The Eagles didn't visit after their 2018 win, but are honored to visit after beating the Kansas City Chiefs